Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. Mike, jump in here with me. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics.
Well, welcome back, little listeners, to Life is in the Lyrics.
Yes, it's a whole new year.
Whole new year. Welcome to 2026.
2026.
And we are hanging.
We're having a quarter century crisis.
Are we?
I don't know.
Is a quarter?
It's a quarter century.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't that weird to think of?
Yeah. But it's funny because I was thinking about this today when I was at the gym about age.
You and the gym.
No.
Go on then.
No, I was just thinking about how, okay, so something that happens to me, something I do, and my friend Jody will, she could talk about this.
Hi, Jody.
Usually at this time of year, especially around New Year's and the start of a new year, I think about, okay, well, what did I do this past year? Has there been any personal growth?
And what is the answer, Mike? Inquiring minds want to know.
I'd like to think that there has been, but it's not so much about whether other people see growth. It's more about my own kind of like evaluation of myself. I do try to consciously throughout the year address certain things that I don't particularly like about myself. Okay. Or things that, it's not that I don't like, but things that I think I could work on. Yeah. Right. And so, this time of year, starting of new year, I'm not very good at setting goals and being like, okay, these are my New Year's resolutions sort of thing. But I do want to be conscious of things like, okay, well, what am I going to do differently this year that's going to, make my life a better life?
How is that different from a resolution?
It's probably the same thing, but I just think this whole resolution thing is more of a marketing ploy or something like that. It just seems a bit too kind of, I don't know, superficial. Okay. I don't think you need to start the new year to have a resolution or to address certain things. So that's why I'm not.
And yet you are doing that for this new
I
year.
am kind of doing that, yes.
Okay, thank you. Just to clarify.
Yeah. What about you?
No, but you haven't said what those things are.
Well, I don't really know yet. I'm still working through those things.
Okay. Have you found that you have grown in any ways over the last year? That's a big fat no.
No. Yeah, I think I have.
I don't mean physically with all the cookies and treats you ate over the holidays.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
I'll tell you, okay, we're going to do some confessions. This is my confession. Just when you thought of it.
Right.
I would say that, okay, where I think I have grown a little bit is I've become more self-assured in some ways. Okay. And I think that's also because of age.
Right. Yes, 100%. Oh, fuck. I say that a lot, don't I? You told me recently, you told me downstairs actually that, okay, sorry to interject just
ahead.
Quickly. I said when I came into the recording today, I was talking to Mike and I said, oh, I was listening to a couple of our episodes and I noticed that my new favorite word is basically this and basically that. And then Mike said, and did you also notice that you say 100% a lot? And I was like, I have not noticed that. Yeah. And yet I just
did it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a Priya-ism.
Yeah. I got that from my friend Kelsey though. She says that a lot.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't realize I had adopted it.
Yeah, you have.
Okay. Yeah. Continue.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Continue.
I love how you're like, okay, tell us what you've changed. Yeah. And then I start telling you like, okay, well, just to interject.
Because if I don't interject now, I'll forget. You know
continue.
That. Yes, continue. Do you remember what you were saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my kind of like personal growth. It's like I've become a little more self-assured in some aspects. And it's partly about not giving a shit about certain things that I used to give a shit about. And it's not that I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing where I'll come home from work. Oh, poor work. I sometimes
Poor
come
work.
home from work and I will vent to my husband about stuff that's happening.
Natural.
Yeah, totally natural. And sometimes when I'm in full like rip roaring
rant mode.
Yeah, rant mode. I'll say things like, the thing is, I just don't care. I don't care about this. Like, it's quite clear that because I'm so worked up about it, I actually do care.
You've worked yourself into a tizzy.
Oh, yes.
Denying
that I care.
Yes.
And the reality is,
you care so
I care a lot.
fucking much. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So, so there's a bit of more awareness about the kinds of things like, okay, sometimes I'm like, okay, do I need to care about this? Because this would be something that I could be ranting and raving about when I get home and I'm having dinner with my husband.
Clearly you do.
Or this could be something that's like, I'm going to let this one go because and it's not like I totally let it go, but I'm aware that I actually have that choice too.
Right.
And that's the growth.
That echoes, actually, it's very similar to something that I feel, it's very similar to a way in which I feel I have grown over maybe the last year.
Are you stealing my...
I'm just adding on to, I am agreeing with.
Okay. Yes, and?
Yes, and. I'm yes-anding.
I'm going to one-up that with...
I'm going to improv and yes, and. Because I feel like that is the one area in which I have noticeably grown to myself, noticeably grown, which is that I used to obsess about things. And I would just worry so much about everything in life. It's like there's so much to worry about. And now I've gotten to a place, especially when it comes to family stuff, right? Like, that stuff used to drive me crazy on the regular. Like, I would just fall asleep obsessing about things going on in the family and how to fix it and what am I going to do? How is this going to work itself out? And now I just think, okay, there's nothing I can do in this moment to deal with this situation. So I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll think about it tomorrow or when I need to solve or try to figure out how to deal with whatever the situation is. And I just can let that go. I used to never be able to do that. And that to me has been an enormous game changer.
Right. Yeah.
Have you felt that? Like, just
oh, yeah. Making me think about something. And the other thing is I have a question for you.
Okay.
So you're making me think about this exercise that when I was young, when I was in my 20s and I had my first job, I was working for the Y of Niagara. And the CEO of the Y, I really admired him. I admired his leadership. And he taught me this exercise, and I haven't used it in a while, so let me see if I can get this right. And basically, the exercise was when you're dealing with something challenging or when you're faced with a lot of issues or problems that you're trying to figure out, you set up this grid. So you do you make a cross where there's 4 quadrants.
Like on a piece of paper?
On a piece of paper.
Okay.
And in the top left, you put high, what was it? It's like high impact, have control of. And then the top right is high impact, don't have control of.
Right.
Bottom right is low impact, no control of, and bottom left is low impact, no control of. Low impact, have control of. I'm totally messing this up. But basically, it was an exercise to put your issues or the things you're trying to deal with in one of these quadrants.
Right.
List the things you're trying to accomplish, and then put them in the quadrants with the information that you know.
And then
so if it's something that you have control of and it has a high impact, when you look at all those things, you think, okay, well, if I have control of these things and they have a big impact, then I should focus on these.
Okay.
When you look at the low impact things that you don't have control of, it's quite obvious. Those are the things you need to just set aside.
Don't put your mental energy there.
Exactly. So, and the takeaway for me with that exercise is we don't, I think of our problems that way as we're getting ourselves worked up about or
Mhm.
ruminating or trying to figure them out.
Yeah.
What we do is we see a problem, and depending on our personality, we just try to deal with it. But when you think about all the things that you want to deal with in your day, what are the things that you should be spending your time on? Right? And that exercise was a great exercise to help me figure out some of that.
I
And I've
feel
used
like
it several times
I
with
feel
different
like I
people.
need to know the actual
Okay,
details
I
of
will
that
I will
quadrant.
I will go
Yes.
back to some notes that I have about
Yeah,
my time
that's a
then,
really
and I'll-
good way
yeah.
of putting things down on paper. Like
Yeah.
it's one thing to think about things in your mind, but sometimes when you put them down on paper, and I like that idea of quadrants. So I think that could be a really useful exercise.
Yeah. And I think sometimes the things that we spend a lot of energy trying to deal with are things that we actually don't have control of, but we haven't consciously thought about, okay, wait a minute. Do I actually have any control of what's going on here? Right?
I
And
have,
then
Mhm.
if you don't, then it's quite clear that,
Then
okay, I'm not
let
going to
it
put
go, let
let
it
it
go.
go through the ice and
Whatever,
through the
free,
snow or
yeah.
something like that.
I have 2 words to say to that.
Okay. Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Well,
That's 3 words.
that's syllables. 100%. Oh no, wait.
That's
100. 100 is one word,
Okay, 100%.
and percent is
But if
one
you
word.
said 100,
Oh my God. Okay. 100%.
okay, anywho.
Semantics.
Semantics. Okay.
You said you had a question for me following that.
Yes. So my question for you, what was my question?
That's
Oh,
what I was
yeah.
wondering.
So my question for you is, why do you think, no, how do I phrase this question? So my question for you is, how did you develop this expectation that you have to be the person to
Oh.
solve your family's problems?
Habit.
Yeah,
A
but
lifetime of being that person.
yeah, but why? Like, how did it
A
happen that?
parentified child.
But what? Like, were there? Like, what I mean, we're not going to do a therapy session here.
No.
But I find it interesting also when you think about the kind of things in your life that it's like we started this whole conversation about growth, personal growth, and kind of like gaining some awareness and understanding about these things about ourselves.
Right.
And it's like when I think about myself and some of the roles that I've played in my family, no one asked me to be this person. No one
Right.
asked me to be the person that's always going to solve the problem or the person to lean on or whatever those things are. Those are things that I actually
You took
chose to do. And it's like there was a void and I filled that void.
That is the thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's because there was a void, nobody was filling it, and there was just like, it's very hard to be in a situation where there's just, it's just
Chaos.
a tumultuous situation, and nobody's trying to bring order to the chaos. I don't think humans can function well in a chaotic atmosphere that is constantly chaotic. So I feel like the both of us sort of took on that role. It was like, okay, around anybody gonna take care of? No, okay, I guess I will do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then the next time a situation arises, you again look around and nobody's doing it, and so you just kind of become that
person that they depend on to yeah. But I think then this is where the growth piece probably comes in, is realizing that, okay, well, I was never asked to take on this role. I took on this role and I've set this expectation of myself. And so this is not how I want to spend all of my energy anymore.
Yeah.
And you just gotta,
And
what do you gotta do, Priya?
you gotta fuck a right off.
Or you could let it go.
Oh, right.
Let it
That's
go.
that one. That one.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. I went angry on that.
All right. Well, let's lighten it up a little bit. Now I'm going to
Let's-
tell you a story that I meant to
I
tell
like
you in
stories.
our last episode.
Okay.
So a couple of weeks ago, you hosted a cookie exchange.
I did.
Yes, and
A
it was
treat exchange.
a
not
treat
just
exchange.
cookies.
Yes, and it was like for the Christmas holidays. And we were in your kitchen,
Yes.
and one of the things that we were talking about, I don't know how it came up, was how you bring up several times about this time that I
Okay,
ate
then
some
Mike ate
cookies and blah, blah,
nine large,
whatever.
extra large.
We're not going through it again.
Well, you're bringing it up.
I know, because I want to tell you something else.
Fine.
Okay. I said, well, have I ever told you my Tim Hortons story?
Oh, that's right. You did.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
So I want to tell you my Tim
Tell
Hortons
me.
story. So where I grew up in Burlington, there was a Tim Hortons not far from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And a good friend of mine, his backyard backed onto the lot that Tim Hortons was on.
Okay.
Okay. And back then, Tim Hortons would bake all of their stuff fresh every day.
Do they not do that now?
No, everything is par baked in a factory and then shipped frozen, and then
Really?
they finish the baking in the stores.
Hmm.
And so back in the day, little listeners, if you're not from Canada, Tim Hortons is a donut chain in
Coffee
Canada,
and donuts.
coffee and donuts, and it's kind of like a ubiquitous Canadian thing.
It's literally like there's probably 3 within a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, they're
of
everywhere.
anywhere.
Yes.
In Canada.
So there was a Tim Hortons near my house.
Mm-hmm.
Friend's backyard backed onto the lot.
Okay.
And what they used to do with the donuts that were left over is they would just put them all in a big bag and they would throw them in the dumpster.
That is shameful, first of all.
Absolute waste.
But it did not go to waste, is what I'm
It did
guessing.
not go to waste because my friend and I would climb the fence out of his backyard and we would go dumpster diving because we knew when they would be throwing them out.
Wow.
So they wouldn't last for seconds in that dumpster, and we would be pulling that bag of donuts, leftover donuts. And did we eat many donuts after that? Absolutely.
How many do you think, like, what's the most donuts you've eaten in one
Okay,
sitting?
well, this is a bit of a segue into another story.
Oh.
So when I was in high school, I will fully admit I was not a great student. I was very social. Didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I was kind of young and immature, like probably a lot of...
Like all high schoolers.
And I wasn't very good at studying. I never actually learned how to study properly for exams.
Okay.
So I would just kind of like,
Read your notes?
read my notes or whatever and
Right.
try to think about what the questions would be or whatever. Go write the exam, bomb the exam.
Oh. Okay.
Usually. And then I
But
would...
you're so pretty.
And then I would go to Tim Hortons and I would buy myself a dozen donuts.
Buy?
Yeah.
Not dumpster dive?
No. I would go to Tim Hortons. I would buy myself a dozen donuts.
Oh my God. Just for yourself?
Just for myself. And I would go home and eat my misery.
Oh my God, Mike.
I would eat a whole box of donuts. 12
How
donuts.
is there physically room in a belly for 12 donuts at one time?
Yeah, I think like when you're a teenager and you have pretty active metabolism or whatever. I've never been I've never been the kind of body frame that carries weight.
Yeah. Same.
So I've always been kind of leanish and I was able to do that. Not so much anymore. So those are my donut stories.
I don't know about that. I will say that Danielle told me that she's like, Mike is fit. Yeah, and she said she couldn't stop touching your abs.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
So you're doing something right.
Yeah. So those were my donut stories that I wanted to share with you because I wanted to add a few more layers to your...
So instead of saying something that would contradict my retelling of that same old story of the time you ate...
No, that's all
9
true.
large cookies. You're like, you just double down, triple down on that.
Yeah.
In your capacity to
So
eat
I'm just
sugary
what I'm
treats.
doing is I'm letting you know that the depth of this lack of self-control around anything baked goes deep and it goes long. Started young.
It goes long and deep. Well, let me tell you about a story about going long and deep.
No, we don't.
We're not
that
going
is
there.
Not that kind of podcast.
We are not going there. Okay, folks.
Yes.
Speaking of indulging, have we all recovered from the indulgences of the holiday season? Have you, Mike?
I think I am in the first stages of recovery. Yeah. So there's, I find that during the holidays, there's so many opportunities to just not really think about what you're doing when you're at all these social engagements.
Can I rephrase that and just say it's an opportunity? The holidays are when there's not a lot of opportunities to think about what you're putting in your mouth.
You know, it's funny. The
Uh-huh.
last couple of episodes, you have not been that sexual. And now it's like start of a new year and
I'm just
the
saying,
box
like,
is opened.
I didn't say that that was sexual. I said you're not
Yeah.
thinking about what you're putting in your mouth, whether it's donuts
Yeah.
or cookies
Or cookies.
or a big, long
And
submarine
submarine
sandwich.
sandwich, yeah. Well, I just thinking back to when all the holiday parties started.
Yeah.
I with work especially, I did go to quite a few holiday parties.
Yes.
And I was very good at not snacking.
Oh.
So even though they had their buffets and their treats and
Right.
this and that, I was like very intentional about not going to the table and picking up all of the baked goods and all that kind of stuff.
Well, okay.
So
but-
I've tried very hard this year
okay,
to not
good.
be
Good for you.
a glutton.
I did not try. I actually embraced my gluttonous side.
Did you?
I was, you know, the thing is, because as we've discussed on the podcast, when you fall asleep, you start thinking about how you need to be healthy.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep thinking about, well, trying not to think and just having a little piece of my cannabis chocolate to help me fall asleep. But the downside of that is that, yes, it makes me sleepy. It also makes me snacky.
Right.
And so I usually will eat some nuts and blah, blah, blah. But because it was the holidays, I had so many delicious baked goods to eat and I ate them every night. So, okay. Let's just, this is kind of a good segue into our
Yeah.
topic for this week, which is
Yes,
hangover songs.
that's right. Hangover songs. So what approach did you take to this episode?
Okay, this was an interesting one for me because I did message you and I was like, because I wasn't sure what angle to take. And I said, hey, for our episode on hangover songs, does that mean songs you listen to when you're hungover or songs that talk about hangovers? I'm having a hard time with this one. And you said it's whatever angle you want it to be.
Yes.
Take an approach and let's see what we each come to the table with.
Yeah.
So the angle I took was pretty much the obvious songs that talk about being
Hangovers?
hungover.
Okay. Okay.
And I've got only 3 songs on my list. What angle did you take?
The angle I took was, well, first of all, for little listeners that have been listening over the last year, there have been several times where I have noted that I've been hungover as we've been recording.
Yes.
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 So while I am not an alcoholic, there have been times.
Sorry, can we just have a moment? Just repeat what you just said.
While I am not an alcoholic.
Okay, let's just pause. Let's just pause. What? Take a sip. Sorry, what are you sipping there, Mike? What are you drinking?
I'm having a little beverage to.
What is that beverage?
It is a gin and Dubonnet.
And?
There's a little bit of Prosecco in there as well.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, there's leftover bubbly from New Year's Eve.
Continue. Continue.
So I have recorded a couple of episodes and I have been a bit heavy-headed. And so I was thinking about what's the kind of music that I like to listen to when I'm hungover.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this will be a good segue because this episode I have a song for us to listen to. And it's the perfect kind of song that I would listen to
when you're
on a
hungover.
day when I'm hungover.
Okay, so then I think we're going to listen to this song and then we're going to talk about my hangover songs and then like the talk about hangovers. And then we'll talk about the songs that you listen to sort of ease you out of your hangover.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
There we go.
Great.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
So that was Harrison Storm's
Uh-huh.
most recent release, Am I Dreaming?
Okay, first of all, who is Harrison Storms?
Harrison
And is this
Storm.
the first time you've
It's
heard
just
him?
one storm.
Oh, Harrison's just one storm.
Just one storm.
Okay.
Harrison Storm is an Australian country singer-songwriter.
What? That did not sound country at all to me.
Well,
It
that's
sounded very folksy.
Yeah. So and that song was "Am I Dreaming?" and that was released like very recently, like I think October.
And did you know this artist before this song?
No, I have
So
not.
how did you come across this song? It's a really beautiful song.
It is
Super
beautiful,
chill.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
And the vibe is so chill, and we'll talk about the lyrics in a minute. But you know how I caught on to him? Instagram.
Oh.
I have to say, one of the things I love about Instagram
Uh-huh.
is when people do reels and they add music to a
Yeah.
reel. I've picked up so many artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think I've
so,
ever discovered a song that way, but that's really cool.
remember I introduced you to Audrey Hobart?
Yes,
Yes, that was through Instagram.
that is true. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yes, Emma Dreaming, Harrison Storm, beautiful
It
song.
is very dreamy.
It is dreamy, isn't it?
Mhm.
And it's just, I love that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And especially if I'm hungover,
So you don't want
that's
the
kind of music. That's right. Yeah.
Right.
I don't,
Okay.
I'm not a, when I'm hungover, I'm
Mhm.
usually a little more emotionally fragile.
Mm.
And I want to feel.
Oh.
I want to feel like I've
Right.
noticed this about myself. Like when I'm hungover, it's usually like I haven't had a lot of sleep.
Mhm.
I've probably got still some alcohol pumping through
In the
my
system?
my
Mhm.
system. I'm a little emotionally fragile.
Yeah.
Things that I may not have burst into tears
Aw.
for when I wasn't hungover are things that definitely make me cry a little more,
Right.
get teary-eyed. And I just want to feel the feels when I'm hungover.
Aw.
And this kind of music, and this song
Mhm.
especially, it's just beautiful. I love it.
It has a very stick season / folklore kind of vibe to me
Okay.
in
Do you
terms of
go ahead in
no,
terms of
just in terms of like a very kind of I just envision sitting by a fireplace
mm.
with like a cup of hot chocolate or
Oh, yeah,
something
yeah.
and just smooth, chill,
Yeah.
like not high tempo
Yes.
vibes.
Do you remember the last song? Did you see Call Me by Your Name?
Yes.
Do you remember the last song of that album?
Obviously not.
You
Wait,
don't?
Call Me by Your Name, the movie?
The movie.
I
And
did.
do you remember
No, I
that last
didn't.
scene
No.
where Timothy Chalamet's character is
Okay, first of
staring
all,
in the
it's
fire?
Chalamet.
Chalamet?
You always say Chalamet.
Chalamet. Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. Timothy Chalamet. His character, he's looking in the fire, like he's staring into the fire, and that song
Yes.
playing, and he's crying.
Is that this song?
No, but
Okay.
this song has that kind of vibe
Right.
to it, right?
Right.
Do you know Death Cab for Cutie?
Yes.
Again, this kind of reminds me of Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yes. Very just, it's that singer-songwriter
Yeah, yeah.
kind of folksy vibe.
Folksy vibe. Yeah, yeah.
Like a coffee shop. Like you would just envision somebody with their guitar singing in a coffee shop.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah, and some of the lyrics in this song that stood out for me.
I like the very first lyrics, something about winter and summer being upon us.
Yeah, so it starts out with winter flew away as the
Yeah.
summer took its place, and I dreamed of seeing you in the park again. And so this
love
song
that.
to me is about a relationship that broke up, right?
Mhm.
The way the song is written, you can totally envision
Mhm.
the image that they're trying to get the listener to see, right?
Right.
So one of the lines was sitting with a view, dying to make a move. Summer left its mark on our shoulders. And I was just thinking about like when I heard those lyrics, I was thinking, when you're, at those stages in a relationship where you're just like, you just want to touch them and you just want to be
Constantly.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that, summer left its mark on our shoulders.
That's an
like,
incredible lyric.
yeah, looking over at you with your sun-kissed shoulders kind of thing, right?
And also like metaphorically, like the weight of something being on your shoulders.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
great lyric.
Yeah. And then the other line, there's several of these lyrics that I really liked, but the other one was, being here with you was worth everything to lose. Now I'll wait for love to come back around. And it's just like the heartbreak in those
Yeah.
lyrics. It's like, I loved you so much and it was worth every minute, even though my heart is broken.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just going to wait until that comes back around again.
Mhm.
So,
And just the idea of like winter's over and like here is summer is around the corner. That,
yeah. And it's like
which
the
we
hope.
all look forward to, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
So, well, thank you. I am very much looking forward to going deeper into the
Going
Harrison.
deeper?
not that deeper.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Going
My bad. Uh-huh.
not sexual, but
Okay.
exploring more of Harrison Storm's music.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely the kind of guy.
Just the one storm, though, right?
Just one storm.
One storm. Okay.
Yeah. He's definitely the kind of jam that I'd be into when I'm feeling hungover.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Is that the only song you had? No.
No, that was my new song.
That's your new song for the episode. Okay, great. Okay, well, that's a great segue into the topic, which is, hangover songs and our different interpretations of it.
Yeah.
So I had gone fully wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, my head is pounding. And what did I do last night? So the first song on my list is Last Friday Night.
Katy Perry.
TGIF by Katy Perry from 2011. So did you know that this song, she has admitted it is about debauchery because I had one of those nights in Santa Barbara, she says. We went out to this place called Wildcat and got crazy. We had a couple of beers and danced until we died, then brought the party back to the hotel room. Most of that song is actual truth, apart from the menage a trois, unfortunately.
Right.
But yes, streaking in the park, that's what we did. So we had to write a song about it the next day. And I just thought that was so funny that it was autobiographical, the song. And really, like, when you think about some of the nights where you've been, like, fully wasted and with a group of friends or with a friend and just being completely debaucherous and fun and
oh, God.
What is it? Like untethered?
Uninhibited.
Like just uninhibited? Just having a blast for the sake of having a blast?
Do you miss being that way? Like, or no, I shouldn't ask that question. Are you still that way?
Minus the overindulging, probably a little.
Would you say you're uninhibited?
I think
I think our little listeners know the answer to that question in a certain context. But
I mean, I think that I am more uninhibited in certain ways. As you said, maybe in this episode, at the top of this episode, or in last episode, when we were talking about how we have grown over the last year. I think just with age, you become a little less like, oh, what will everybody think about me? What are they going to say? And it's like, who the fuck cares? The people I love and who know me, who I care about, they know the true me. So if I get up to some antics here and there, they know that's just part of the package.
Yeah.
So I think I am more uninhibited in certain ways. But at the same time, I'm not uninhibited just for the sake of being uninhibited.
Right.
Like it's not performatory. Performatory?
Is it performative?
It's not performative, yes.
But was it performative though?
I don't know.
I think I think about my younger years and some of the stuff that I would get up to, and I don't think of it as being necessarily performative. I think of it being more about being naive. Like I look back at I'm going to tell you this story, which is totally nuts. When I was 19, I was in college. And I had some friends that lived on the 13th floor of an apartment building. Of course, it wasn't the 13th, it was the 14th, because in Canada, there are no apartments with 13. They don't list the 13th floor.
That's true.
So we had a balcony they had a balcony in this apartment, and we would drink and we would hang over the balcony
on the other side
of it.
What floor were they
If my mom is listening to this,
God.
she's going to be like, what the hell? I'm going to definitely get a clipping around the ear next time I see her. 19 years old, and we would be drunk hanging over the other side of the balcony.
But what floor
13 floors up.
Oh my God, Mike, why?
Insane, right?
Yes.
Totally insane. Absolutely ridiculous. I think about that and I think, what in God's name... Why would you do that? Absolutely insane thing to do. Even if you weren't drinking, you could die because you slip and fall 13 floors down and smash your head open or whatever. So
oh my God.
When I think about the kinds of things that I used to get up to when I was younger, even like just the drinking. You know, like you just go out. Yeah, you just go out and you drink. Or what was the other thing I was thinking about today? There was something else that I was thinking about. And I was like, yeah, when I was younger, I didn't think twice about the risk or the potential
Mm-hmm.
of what could happen.
Right.
And I think that has to do with being young. Now that I'm
Yes.
older, it's like I look back on that and I think that was stupid. Like, why would I do that? Right.
It's insane.
So I don't know if it's, I don't think of those kind of impulsive or whatever behaviors or activities being performative. They were just innocent and naive and kind of foolhardy.
So you don't think you were doing it because everybody else was doing it, so you kind of had to do it too? Like,
Oh, sure, that was probably part of it. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, maybe there was some performative part to it, but again, I just think like there was just not enough life experience to know
Right.
that that's probably not a good thing to do.
Yeah. And that's why they say that our brains are not fully developed until we're close to 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't think about consequences when you're 19 and
No.
hanging over the fucking edge of a 13th floor balcony.
Yeah, you know which apartment building this was as well? You know at the very end of the 427 at Long Branch?
My God.
Have you ever gone all the way? Yeah, of course you have. All the way down the 427 where you then turn onto the Gardiner Expressway.
Yes.
Well, at the very end of the 427, that's Long Branch Station,
Okay.
and there's a big brown apartment building there. That's the
Okay.
apartment building that
I'm
we
going to have to look at it when I go by
totally
next
crazy.
time.
Yeah,
That is nuts.
absolute stupidity.
I cannot believe you did that. And I
Yeah,
can't believe nobody got hurt.
yeah, I know. Me too.
Whew.
I think about the number of times where I've done something where
Mm-hmm.
it could have gone in a very
Wrong.
tragic kind
Mm-hmm.
of direction. And I don't know if you ever think about this, but do you ever wonder, like, how did I get spared from when you think back,
Right.
right, to some of those sorts of things that
Right.
happen? You think, how did I get spared from that?
Well, I do feel that there is something to be said for boys doing way crazier things than girls do. I
Hmm.
mean, I know that feminists might get up in arms, but I feel like guys have done crazier shit in their
Hmm.
teens than girls do. So I can't really think of too many times where I've put my life in danger or myself at risk of harm,
But
like
like
physical
going
harm.
home with a stranger
Okay, yes, that's
or
true.
going out. I don't know. I mean, and I'm not saying like I'm not trying to find things,
Right, right.
but I just, yeah, I would think that maybe I'm wanting other people to also have some of these stories because I'm like, oh my God, what did I get up to?
Well, I don't think you're the only one because that makes me think of a lot of stories I heard from some of my friends' husbands,
Hmm.
the kinds of things they used to do. And I'm just like, what is
I know.
wrong with
Yeah.
boys?
But another way to look at it though, and this is not to justify doing stupid shit,
Mm-hmm.
but another way to look at it is, yeah, there's a risk
Mm-hmm.
in doing something foolish that you may not fully understand how foolish it is until if you're blessed to have some time and age and grow and have other life experience to be able to look back and go, that was fucking stupid to do.
Right, right.
But there's something to be also said about that in terms of learning about risk, learning about
Yeah.
yourself, learning about all kinds of different things. It's just life. And I can tell you that there are certainly lots of young people that I've met who have been so hyper protected,
Mm-hmm.
they're incapable of
Mm-hmm.
like I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there are people that need certain accommodations, but there are a lot of people that I've met who think they need accommodations and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, no, life is tough and you're going to
Yeah.
have to learn how to deal with it because you don't have the skill set right now.
Right. And there's something to the beauty of that kind of carefree abandon
Mhm.
when you're younger. You just do crazy things.
Yeah.
You don't stop and think about every possible outcome. You just do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
Yeah.
But when I hear certain stories, I'm
Not
like,
shit
that's
like that, but
insane.
yeah.
But that made me look up the lyrics to Miley Cyrus's song "Used to Be Young" because I think
Mm.
they're kind of perfect. I know I used to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
I know I used to be fun. You say I used to be wild. I say I used to be young. You tell me time has done changed me. That's fine, I've had a good run. I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young.
Mhm.
I love this song of
How old
hers.
is she?
Oh, God, I don't
Is
know
she
how
even
old.
30?
She's got to be. She's 33.
Okay.
She's 33.
Well, I know it's all perspective, but sweetie, you're not used to be
I
young. You're still
know.
fucking young.
But,
We had a dinner party a couple of weeks ago,
okay.
and the people that were here for dinner, shout out to Janelle, who I think is a little listener. Hopefully you're listening. And I said, we were talking about something, and I said, like, yeah, I just, one of the things that I've kind of realized this past year is I am 56 years old.
Mm.
And I know it sounds a bit naive to say that, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel there are lots of times when I feel like I'm still quite immature in that
Mm-hmm.
immature in that
In
I
the
have
best way, though.
well, maybe depends on who you speak to.
Yes.
But I think of it as being immature in that I still think of myself as having a lot of growth ahead of me.
Right.
And that's in part, yeah, we were talking about this in the New Year's episode where I was talking about, thinking about, what have I accomplished this year and what do I want to accomplish next year, blah, 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 like that kind of thing. But I'm probably well past the halfway mark, right? Like maybe I'll live to 100, but even if I do live to 100, I'm still past the halfway mark.
Right.
And we were sitting talking, and I had said, I realize I'm 56 years old. Like why am I caring about some of the shit that I care
Yeah.
about, right?
Uh-huh.
And Janelle turned to me and she's like, "Oh, sweetie, you're still so young." And she's not that much older than me.
Okay.
And I appreciate her saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was kind of, it's one of those things where I think when you were, like when you're 20 and you're with someone who's 23, there's really not that much of a difference. Or if you're with someone with 23 who's 25, it doesn't seem like that. But when you're like 56 and someone's 60, it's like, oh, you're still so young.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of feel it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the difference between somebody who's 20 and 23 is miles apart, like in terms of growth and maturity and where you're at in life. But when you're
really?
50 versus 55, you're kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, to me, that feels a little, the differences in your experiences is less.
Yeah, probably. But I guess, yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. So, yeah. And I
Okay.
don't know where we were going with that,
Who
but
knows?
that was just some thoughts about whatever it was I had about whatever we were talking
Whatever we
about.
were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why we're talking about hangover songs, because we's hungovers today. Okay, so what other songs do you have on your list, though? You said you had a few.
Okay, well, we listened to this song by Harrison Storm.
We did.
And then I have...
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. So the other songs I have on my hangover song list before we get to the songs you listen to take you out of your hangover.
Yeah.
Okay, Who Are You by The Who. Did you know that
Oh.
this is a song about being hungover?
No, I didn't.
Neither did I, because to me,
Who
are you? Who? Probably
I
most of
really
us,
want to know.
right, most of us probably associate this with the theme song from CSI, the show CSI.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But this was inspired by an incident Pete Townsend actually experienced. So after going out drinking with Steve Jones and Paul Cook of the Sex Pistols, Townsend was found in a Soho doorway by a policeman who recognized him and said he would let him go if he could safely walk away. So that is the inspiration for this song. And it starts with, I woke up in a Soho doorway. A policeman knew my name. He said, you can go to sleep at home tonight if you can get up and walk away.
Oh.
And I just thought, I can't believe I have not known the meaning of this song at all.
Yeah. When you were doing your research, did you notice that a lot of the Hangover songs were all classic rock?
Yes.
Yeah, I was shocked at how much classic rock was written about hangovers.
And songs that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, I love classic rock, but like AC/DC and like Metallica and those kinds of people.
She was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had me circumcised, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American thighs. Take a moment to share. Had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. Cause the
That's
walls
sexual.
were shaking, the
Ooh.
earth was quaking, my mind was aching, and we were making it. You shook me all night.
Now I know the meaning behind that song.
I don't know if it's she had me circumcised, but those are the lyrics that I
like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
the final song.
The final song.
I know you're going to recognize it as soon as I sing the first few songs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first few words. So just join in when you can.
Okay.
You'll have to excuse me.
I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left. Okay, so this song, though, when it starts,
yes,
it starts, you'll have to excuse me. I'm not at my best. I've been gone for a month. I've been drunk since I left. These so-called vacations will soon be my death. I'm so sick from the drink. I need home for a rest.
Yeah, it gets into like a real Irish drinking song.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's one of those like you grab, you hook you're on the dance floor and you hook someone's arm and you swing them around. Yes.
I love this song. And this is like a staple at Canadian pubs everywhere.
And weddings.
Yeah. But they always said, Spirit of the West, who sang the song, were very surprised at how popular it became in Canada because it's set in the UK. It mentions all these UK places and landmarks, and it has an Irish feel, but it has been so adopted into the Canadian culture that it is just the minute this song comes on at a pub or at a wedding or any kind of celebration.
Oh, it gets people on the floor.
Everybody goes crazy.
Yeah.
This is just an amazing, fun song to dance to.
Oh, I love that song. Yes. And shout out to Marcia, my roommate from university.
Marcia.
We used to listen to Spirit of the West all the time. And this was a staple party song for us in our gang.
100%, Mike.
Yes. Yeah.
So those are my 3 songs that
great
talk about hangovers. Now let's get to your other songs that you listen to bring you down from hangovers.
Okay, so I am the kind of person that when I'm hungover, I need something a little more mellow, a little more cathartic. Right. Not cathartic. What's the word?
Emotional?
No, just kind of, I need the kind of music that makes me feel the feels.
Yeah.
Right? So I want stuff that's a little deeper.
Right.
Melancholy. Yeah.
Nostalgic.
Maybe nostalgic and thinking about like, for some reason, I don't know if this is like a self-preservation or a self-punishment thing, but I like to think about, or I don't know if it's I like to think about, but sometimes when I'm hungover, I tend to think about what ifs. What if I was, what if I came out earlier? What if I fell in love when I was this? What if I, took the risk and blah, blah, blah. Like I go through those sorts of exercises usually when I'm hungover. And so the kind of music that I like to listen to, we had that song by Harrison Storm,
good one.
Stars, another band I absolutely love, Canadian. They just played, by the way, in December.
Did you
They
go
always
see them?
play in December. No, we were busy that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we couldn't see them,
Right.
but we usually do. Death Cab for Cutie, who I've mentioned before. Another band that I came onto through Instagram.
Okay.
Fly By Midnight.
Never heard of them.
They're a really great band.
Like
highly
same kind of
recommend.
vibe, sort of
Same
chill
kind of vibe. Yeah, there is some chill, but then there's also some of their music's a bit poppy. But again, another kind of independent American duo. Donovan Woods, Canadian. You don't know Donovan yet?
No.
We saw Donovan Woods live. He opened for Katie Lang.
When was this?
This was it's got to be about 10 years ago.
Oh my God, I've never heard of him.
What was that big Katie Lang album? The huge album that she Ingenue, was it? Or something?
I don't know the name of the album.
No, but you know
I know Katie Lang for
and she
sure.
had that huge album, and it was the 25th anniversary. She did a concert, and we went to see Donovan Woods opened. Again, love Donovan Woods. And then another band that I came onto through Instagram.
Wow.
Only Twin.
Again, don't know them.
Yeah, like this kind of mellow, I don't know. It's just the lyrics in this kind of genre of music, they're evocative.
Mm-hmm.
They tap into this kind of like emotional layer, this fragile emotional layer. They talk about, and I know there's a lot of songs that talk about lost love and that sort of thing, but it's probably because when I'm hungover, I'm a little more, emotional, and the lyrics just mean different to me. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to check out some of those.
Yeah,
artists.
we'll tag some of them in our Instagram, and then people can check them out. Yeah, so if you're hungover, you can check out these bands.
Yeah.
If you're the kind of hangover person like I am, then these might be the bands that
I feel like I'm going to be that type where I can just envision myself, by a fire, après-ski. I mean, there's no ski for me. There's no pre-ski or during ski. There's only après-ski.
Après-ski.
Yeah.
When you were researching for this episode, did the movie The Hangover come up?
Yes, it did.
A million times?
Every time I wrote hangover songs, good hangover songs, it would just bring up the movie Hangover.
Yeah. Have you ever had an experience like that movie? Not
like
that kind of experience, but like that
like
kind
a
of
wild night?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have to think about that. Nothing comes to mind in terms of some crazy ass shenanigans, but I think we have had some nights at the Gladstone that ended up where it's like, what? Where did you end up last night?
Yeah. All right. Well, those are my hangover contributions to this episode.
And those are mine.
All right. Well, this is a wrap then, motherfucker.
Okay. Let's go and just chill out.
Yeah, I think we do need to. So, little listeners, thank you for listening to the Hangover episode.
Always.
We hope you had an amazing new year, and we hope that the start of 2026 is friggin' awesome so far.
Yes.
And if you are hungover, be that from the indulgence of alcohol, the indulgence of sugar, the indulgence of both.
Right.
We hope that some of our suggestions help get you through.
Yeah, get through that slump.
And we'd love to hear from you. How can you do that?
You do it.
Slide into our DMs on Instagram. That's The Little Podcast, the LIITL Podcast.
That's right.
Or you can email us on Gmail. That's lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com.
We do know this information.
We do.
Just sometimes forget it.
We do. Because
All
I'm
right.
hungover. All right.
Okay, folks.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a brand new